Look at what Shaykh al-Fawzan extracts from this. He mentions, Shaykh al-Fawzan, this affair is not merely restricted. لا يقتصر الأمر على المبتدع. This affair is not only upon and not only restricted to the innovator himself, the one who calls to deviation. Not only for him. Rather, he mentions, بل يتناول الأمر من سكت عنه. Rather, the affair of remaining silent with regard to that which Allah has revealed, it also includes and encompasses by the one who remains silent with regard to the person of bid'ah. Also includes him. Just like the Prophet ﷺ said, the curse of Allah and the angels and of mankind, hadith in Bukhari and Muslim, the curse of Allah, the angels and mankind is upon the innovator. Did he stop there? Prophet ﷺ didn't stop there. He said, and the one who accommodates him. Meaning the one who says, leave him with me, I will look after him. He doesn't support him, he just accommodates him, allows him to continue, and supports him. So the affair is not restricted only to the mubtadi'. Rather, the affair passes to the one who is silent concerning the innovator. So he is also encompassed by the censure and the punishment of Allah. That is because the obligation of explaining the affair and clarifying for the people. Because the obligation of explaining the affair and clarifying it for the people, it is an obligation of one. Because it is an obligation to explain the affair and clarify it to the people. Barakallahu feekum. Then he mentions, and these knowledge-based rudud. He mentions, and these knowledge-based refutations are abundant in this time in the libraries or the bookstores of the Muslims. All of them, he mentions, كلها تذب عن الصراط المستقيم. All of them in defense of the straight path of Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he mentions also, and also in warning from those people. So no one spreads these ideas. Which ideas? It's only one paragraph, that's why I'm just finishing it off now, inshallah. No one spreads these ideas. Which ideas? Fikrata hurriyatir ray. This fikr or this thinking, these ideas of freedom of opinion, freedom of expression, freedom of speech, respecting the opinions of others, except the one who is astray. Katimun lil haqq, the one who conceals the truth, the concealer of the truth. These are the only people who come out with this speech. We do not allow freedom of speech and freedom of opinion when it opposes the Kitab and the Sunnah. We cannot, ya ikhwan. This is our deen, the deen of Allah, which He has honored us with. How are we going to allow the deen of Allah to be dishonored? None of you would allow your mothers and fathers to be dishonored. None of you would allow speech against them. And we shouldn't. They are our mothers and our fathers. So how more so with regard to the deen of Allah and the sunnah of Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Nahnu qasadna al-haq. He said, and we in our intent is the haq. Ma qasadna nujarrihu an-nas aw natakallama fi an-nas. And our intent is not to merely disparage, make jarh. You know, this is the big issue now. You people, you just make jarh. You criticize, you disparage. So our intention is not to just disparage the people or to speak concerning the people. This is not in our heart. We don't go out looking for, today who am I going to criticize? No, this is not the reason why. This is not any person who thinks like this, then his thinking is, there's something wrong with his brain and his heart. This is not how we think, and we should not think like that. Our intent is the haqq. Nahnu qasadna al-haqq. We intend the truth. We do not, our intention is not just to criticize and to disparage the people or to speak concerning the people. Then he mentions al-qasdu huwa bayanul haqq or bayanul haqq. That the qasd here and the intent here is the bayanul haqq, the clarifying the truth. وَهَذَا أَمَانَةٌ حَمَّلَهَا اللَّهُ الْعُلَمَاء. So, this is a responsibility that Allah has placed upon the shoulders of the scholars. So it is not permitted. لا يجوز السكوت عن أمثال هؤلاء. So it is not permissible for us to stay silent concerning these people who oppose the book and the sunnah. We're not just talking about, barakallahu feekum, the intent here is not that we now rush out into the streets and every ignoramus that we meet, we attack them. No. The intent of Shaykh al-Fawzan here is who? The du'at ala abwabi jahannam. Those who sit in these places like I am sitting. And they have a microphone in front of them. And then using the microphone and using their speech and their writing, they call the people to misguidance. As for the army in the street, the general person in the street, this person, he belongs to us. This is the one that we want to bring to the sunnah. This is the one that we are nice to and we are polite to and we are kind to. And we help them if they need our help, whether it be our neighbors, whether it be a person that we met in the shop, whether it be someone that we know, even if he is not practicing the religion, that this individual, he belongs to us. We give him da'wah. As for the ones who use this thing here, and they stand upon podiums, and upon the pulpits, and they broadcast on TV, and they sit behind the radio stations calling the people to dalala, then these people are to be refuted. These people, it is not permissible for the ones who have ability. Not for everyone, because not everyone is able. It is not permissible for the one who has ability to remain